that they're doing. And we all know that the economy's had a lot of tough times in the last several years, but things are getting better. The problem is,
this is what it says.
I think this shows up.
2009, there was at one point 170,000 plus households.
Same factors.
Homelessness is a constantly increasing problem in the United States of America. Yet, the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act is the only act ever passed to assist the homeless. The act was signed by Ronald Reagan in 1987.
The problem of homelessness hasn't gone away since 1987. It's only become a more prominent issue. Now, in 2013, homelessness is one of the largest problems in our country. There are 650,000 homeless people on any night in the U.S.
It is obvious America needs to take a stand and find a solution to one of the nation's most pressing issues, homelessness.
As America puts the recession behind us, we are creating jobs and fixing our fragile economy. What many people fail to see is that we now have an opportunity. We are creating thousands of jobs, but business owners are having a hard time finding qualified workers.
America needs to realize that we have a strong, stable workforce that is being overlooked. There are 650,000 homeless Americans. Many of these people are able workers who have simply lost their jobs. If trained, we would have many more qualified workers.
Welcome to downtown San Diego, home to many major corporations.
But behind the shining surface, downtown is home to a large portion of San Diego's 6,363 urban homeless people.
Here, the homeless line the streets, begging for money and in need of help.
Eric Page is an executive producer at NBC San Diego. Our team traveled to meet him at his San Diego home to find out what his thoughts are on homelessness and poverty.
In my job, I have to go out in San Diego a lot. I go to a lot of places at a lot of different times of the day. I go out a lot at night, especially because it's when live music gets performed. And one of the things that I notice more and more is that, at least in San Diego, homelessness is becoming a much more dire issue for a lot more people than it used to be. The economy is finally really having its effects, and this sort of two-tiered society that America and San Diego in a microcosm is headed towards is paying, these awful dividends, and the price is that people are living on the street, and it's just a horrible thing to see. Every day I take public transportation. I try and do the right thing and take public transportation to work. And often when I come home, there's families with women with small children, and they're on the bus. And it makes my heart break every time I see them, because I know that when we get over the bridge that goes over the 5, right over the bridge, we're going to have the bus stop, and I know that these little children and their moms, many of whom look like just, displaced people, not bad people, just people who don't have enough money or a job. And they get off the bus and they go to a shelter for families. And there's more every day. There's more everywhere you look. There's a bad day coming in America, and the price is going to be terrible. And we're starting to see the costs of the 1% enriching themselves to the point where there is no middle class. There's just the poor and the very poor. And the very poor, not only do they have not enough to eat, but they don't have a It's a terrible thing. We need a solution.
That's where Congress comes in. If Congress passes an act which financially enables homeless shelters to have on-site instructors to teach about different workable careers, America would have less homeless people, the government would have to pay less for support of the homeless, and in a few years, they would have covered the cost of instructors and would soon be saving money.
The government spends $1.928 billion on homeless programs a year. If we reduce the number of homeless people by just 20% due to new homeless training and new jobs, the cost of homelessness would go down by 20%. This would bring the cost of homeless people to the government per year down to $1,542,400,000 a year. So a dramatic decrease would pay for instructors and over time save money.
We traveled to downtown San Diego, where we interviewed a member of the homeless community that wishes to keep his name anonymous.
Being homeless is very difficult. We're constantly having to get up early in the mornings. Cops are always on us. My wife just went to jail because she had been sleeping in too long, and she's handicapped, and it's not a good thing for, her being out here, and things just need to be done.